McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this. That money has to keep coming in if you're gonna live like
money. You think he's once again. Come on.
Everything he says is about money. Money. It's nothing else. There's no values. There's no.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he called out Floyd Mayweather, questioning the legitimacy of his claims about owning $42 million in 60 buildings. Mayweather's flashy numbers have repeatedly been disputed by credible sources, who argue that the wealth he brags about is largely exaggerated. Despite his public image of a financial empire, it appears that Mayweather's supposed fortune might be a house of cards built on lies and empty promises.
Floyd is just piecing him up, stuff by literally the greatest boxer of all time. Floyd was just boxing him up, which is what he does. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him. It doesn't even hurt his record. Also, money. Needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're gonna live like.
It's not that expensive though, but
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
He gonna give them to him?
Yeah. Because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force Ones given away for charity, the tax write-off. You know,
yeah, you got a good point. But those $1 million watches,
as seen in his evolution, Floyd Mayweather transitioned from being an exciting boxing fighter to adopting the persona of Money Mayweather. Joe Rogan remarked on how Floyd shifted his focus from the thrill of boxing to prioritizing money, often disrespecting his opponents along the way.
Went from being like a real exciting pressure fighter, and he had a bunch of hand problems, to like Money Mayweather, start talking, just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's crazy.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, they think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit. And he's like, look at my $1 million watch. Look at my fucking jet. Look at my house. Look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed. Like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes. But when I show you, when I show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds.
Joe Rogan has also pointed out that Floyd Mayweather is remembered not just for his boxing ability, but more for the wealth he flaunts. Despite being one of the most famous boxers in history, Rogan criticizes the idea of Floyd entering MMA, clearly stating that he would get destroyed in that sport. This highlights how even respected commentators have questioned Mayweather's adaptability and skill outside the boxing.
Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight. It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said, it should be 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA. It is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the way.
In another instance, Joe Rogan highlighted Floyd Mayweather's power by sharing a story about how Mayweather allegedly had a referee fired in the middle of a fight. Rogan emphasized that such a bold move could only be pulled off by someone like Floyd, who sits at the very top of boxing in terms of both fame and influence. This moment once again illustrates how deeply Floyd's money and status impact every aspect of his career.
Said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the are you talking about? So he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight. It was insanity.
According to Joe Rogan, Floyd Mayweather's unmatched competitiveness stems from his upbringing, with both his father and uncle being intensely competitive and instilling in him the drive to push himself in everything he did. This foundation shaped Floyd into the dominant fighter he became in his prime, But that same competitive nature now appears to influence how he approaches business.
Look at boxing in terms of like how often you get hit versus how often you hit the other guy. He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking, competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time.
Floyd Mayweather once claimed he earns $3 million every month, suggesting that he makes more than Bill Gates. While these statements might impress fans, anyone familiar with how boxing paydays and pay-per-view models work would recognize that these claims are more fantasy than fact. Experts have largely dismissed such figures, pointing out that they simply don't add up realistically.
$300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes, what did he say, 300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240, and I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. If he makes 3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. 36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone 300 million.
Mayweather has always emphasized that money is central to his life, even expressing his desire for his children to follow in his footsteps and pursue the same business. He claims his main focus is creating generational wealth. But this philosophy has also made him a target of criticism from those who believe he prioritizes cash over
building
character.
generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children by I give them money, they go shopping, put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Despite his massive earnings, there are several reports and allegations that Floyd Mayweather owes money to other fighters. One of the most high-profile claims comes from rapper 50 Cent, who said Floyd scammed him out of $2 million while he was in jail. Floyd allegedly asked 50 Cent to manage his promotion company during that time, and although 50 invested his own money, he later claimed that Floyd acted like he knew nothing about the deal once he was released.
Them over. I brought him over while Floyd was, still incarcerated. Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Park campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying the new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail.
Right.
So it's like, let him cool his heels before.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he going to say he wants, to give me the other half? Why I got to ask you for?
Right.
And then when
are we talking over $2 million?
It's about,
okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face.
50 Cent didn't stop at just one story. He later revealed that many people within Floyd Mayweather's circle actually dislike him. According to 50, Floyd is obsessed with money and lacks basic values, constantly bragging about his wealth and status, which makes it difficult for anyone to respect him beyond his boxing record.
So the money's really gone. Really gone.
Yeah. What you think? Get the money, spend the money.
all that money?
It took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like,
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
step back in the ring?
Floyd Mayweather's financial controversies don't end there. Logan Paul also came forward, claiming that Floyd still owes him money from their exhibition fight. Despite the global attention and the millions it generated, Logan says he hasn't been paid in full. This adds to the pattern of Floyd taking his money-centered approach to an even more controversial extent.
Besides myself. That's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury.
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds.
Oscar De La Hoya has also shared his thoughts, believing that Floyd Mayweather still needs money, which is why he continues to fight occasionally. According to De La Hoya, boxers like Floyd often go broke due to their lavish spending. Given Floyd's luxurious lifestyle, from cars and clothes to private jets, this concern doesn't seem unfounded.
Another exhibition against Scotty last Saturday. A real crowd booing in at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is just having the refs do whatever he wants. And he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I stood up and made countless interviews. Judy, Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. You have to stop embarrassing yourself in that position. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. Come on, dude, put your negative first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. You really are saying you're going to have to sell off your asset. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Floyd Mayweather has made headlines numerous times for his extravagant spending, including owning a watch worth $18 million and claiming to have hundreds more, each worth thousands. While these displays of wealth grab attention, they also raise questions about whether such habits are sustainable long-term, even for someone with Floyd's bank account.